What is going down? How you doing? It is Marlon Heard, the Valiionaire, or Coach MT, however you know me. Back here with a late podcast entry this evening. It's about 10:30 here in Atlanta, and figured I'd put some more value out there. One thing I've learned, I remember when I learned this. I don't know if it's a verse in the Bible, but I think I learned it through church, or some sort of spiritual religious event, and it was someone said that the word never comes back void, right? They say your words and your thoughts from your brain send and receive more signals than any satellite dish in the world. All right, it permeates walls, it permeates all kind of things. So, your word never comes back void. So I'm doing this to put the word out there. This is more for the universe than it is for whoever is listening to it, because there's only so much I can do. I know I was created to share this information, or I'll be one of the individuals to share this information. That's my purpose. Right now that you listen to this, or at the point where I recorded this is my purpose, so that you, the listener, can listen and maybe take the information further. Is it right? Like when you read a book, or you listen to some information, or you buy a course, or you pay for a coach, or you pay for a trainer, they are training you to be self-sufficient. We call it sui juris. All right, being able to do for oneself, sui juris. All right, being over your own jurisdiction. Being the God of your domain, okay, and that's what this is, for you to create your own ecosystem. This is coming from something that I learned, and you take it to the next level to work for you, okay? So I know one of the biggest things that people talk about online or look for online is how, if you want to make more money, all right, or if you want more money. Living here in the United States, we live in a very capitalistic, I want more society. Okay. And what a lot of people don't do is kind of take a step back and see where they are, right? They want the glitz and the glam, but they have the habits of, some homeless people are very efficient. Let me not knock them, but they have the mindset of someone who is not in that position. Let's put that way, the opposite. All right, their habits don't show that. So 3 things you want to avoid if you want more money. I didn't say make more money. I didn't say earn more money. I said if you just want more money. Okay? And this goes, each one of these, I'm going to clump into something that I've trained about extensively, and you can go look it up. Okay? If you watch, number 1, watching TV more than learning. Okay, I'm going to connect this to 2 things. All right? I'm going to connect this to when we talk about your league score. Right? Your league score is bigger than your credit score. Because if your league score is low, your credit score is low. All right? So one of the things about watching TV more than learning is plugging some of your leaks, and sometimes some of your leaks are multiple streaming services, right? You got Netflix, you got Hulu, you got Prime TV, you got Paramount Plus, you got HBO Max, you got I know some of them are free, like Tubi and things of that nature. You got YouTube TV, CNN, all this stuff, and some people have 6, 7, 8 streaming apps. Each one is $20+. Okay? So, cut some of those off. If you got 8 streaming apps, cut off 4. You don't watch that much TV. And then replace that with learning. Right? In the WIN formula, I talk about W stands for willing. And you have to be willing to learn, be willing to change, and be willing to give something up. So you have to be willing to give up half of your apps and replace that with learning. And learning is anywhere where you're getting new information. Now, on the success lifestyle ladder, if you want your lifestyle to change, the first step of changing your lifestyle is getting the information. But you can't get the information if you're watching TV. Now, if you're watching TV that's giving you the information that you're going to need to make more money, that's different. But most people don't watch TV for that. Okay? Everybody been telling me about Love Island. You need to get on Love Island. Love Island. My daughters watch it religiously. My ex-wife, she watches it religiously. People that I worked with are like, oh, man, you got to get on Love Island. And everybody's like, yeah. I have not even gone to even look to see what's going on. It sounded exciting, but I knew watching that is not going to get me to where I need to be. Now, I'm not saying I don't watch any TV at all. I do, but I do it very sporadically. Okay, if I'm going to watch anything, I'm going to watch something intriguing that's going to stimulate my mind. So, number one, you need to avoid watching TV more than learning. Number two, complaining. Whether you can or whether you can't, you're right. Whether you can or whether you can't, you're right. So you might as well talk yourself into saying I can. But if you're complaining, your words are anchors that are leaving you where you are. And you're talking about your current situation. See, there's no future. There's only the present and what's already happened. The future's not here yet. The future is right now. Okay? The future's right now. Now, let's wait. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 seconds ago, it's already gone. That's already passed. Me just counting is in the past. So there's only right now and what has already happened. There is no future. The future is right now. So when you're complaining, you are essentially creating your future right now. Because you're like, oh, this, oh, that, woe is me, I don't have this, I don't have that, they have this, they have that. And remember, your word never comes back void. Man, I used to blow up. Oh, my gosh. I was so emotional. I will blow up. I've blown up at work. I've blown up at my bosses. I've blown up on people complaining about how stuff ain't, I think, how it's supposed to go. So I blow up. And it kept me stuck for a long time. I've lost relationships because of it. But then when I started to talk more as if how I want my life to look, right? I started changing my beliefs. And the 3-letter word in the word belief is lie. I started telling myself some lies that I eventually believed. And as a result, that eventually came to pass. It eventually came to pass. So if you want more money, avoid complaining about the money that you don't have and talk about the money you do have. Number one, fix the money you do have. Fix the money you're currently earning. Find out what your leak score is. Your leak score is bigger than your credit score. If your leak score is low, your credit score is low. And everything in your financial life is low. So first you want to do is go get your leak score and then learn how to allocate. Learn how to put your money to work. Give it a job. And after a while, you won't have anything to complain about because now you're operating within a system. So you don't have a system. It's just make money, pay bills, and all whatever. But you don't have a well-oiled system where you're like, okay, I run it like this all the time. Whether I have to change percentages or not, the system runs the same. Okay? So choose some words and some phrases with I am. Anything you say if the I am comes looking for you. Remember, your word never comes back void. So if you're complaining about your situation, the situation will stay. But if you start being grateful for the situation, Billie Jean King, the famous tennis player, said, "Pressure is a privilege." It's a privilege to be under pressure because if you use your mind, you come up with creative ways to come out of it. So number 2, avoid complaining. Number 3, doing nothing after work. So your work pays your bills. One of my mentors said, your job pays you a wage, which is fine. Your business earns you a profit, which is super fine. Okay? If you want more money, when you get off of work, you have to do something. Something other than coming home, plopping on the couch, or coming home, turning the TV, or coming home and start jibby-jabbing on the phone, or coming home and getting on the game, or going to happy hour. All that stuff are distractions that are keeping you from the trillions and gajillions of dollars that are flying around every day. It was set up like that on purpose. So you'd come home and do nothing. Now, I'm not going to lie. There are times I have come home and I have taken a nap because I need to get some rest. I need a little siesta. All right, I get my siesta, 30 minutes, I'm back at it. But when you come home from work, you take 15 minutes. Take 2 15-minute blocks and do something. Read a book. Start learning a new skill. Okay, doing some research. Go get the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, or Think and Grow Rich, or The Power of the Subconscious Mind, or The 4-Day Work Week, or The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, or the 48 Laws of Power, or The Art of War, and every day, 15 minutes, read the book. I don't make any guarantees, but I promise you at the end of that book, you are going to be a different person. You are going to be thinking completely different than everybody around you. Everybody around you is going to sound like idiots because you've elevated your mind just a tad, and everybody's going to. After a while, when you read so many books, and when people start talking, you're like, what? All you hear is just wah, 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 wah. But if you want more money, you have to do something. If you don't know what to do, just start doing research. You got AI. Well, hey, what do you do? What's some good business ideas I could do? Well, hey, I'm good at this. I'm good at that. I know this. I know that. And it will walk you through how to set up your business. Get yourself a coach. Somebody's going to hold you accountable. Okay? So, avoid doing nothing after work. Work takes up a lot of your time, but if you want more money, you have to do more. You have to use your time and your money to get more time and money. If you want more of something, you got to use it. And here's a bonus. Don't be afraid to invest in yourself. I don't care if you didn't get the results that you were desiring. You are going to learn something along the way. Don't ever be afraid to invest in you. If it's a course, a class, a mentorship, a certification, a licensure, whatever it is for you to get there, find a way to get the money. I don't care if you got to save it up and go and learn something. All right? Go and learn something. Don't be afraid to invest in you. It's not you're not going to always get the money after the investment. The money comes later. You have to become the individual to attract the people and the opportunities to earn the money. You're not that person yet. You just want it. That's why the lottery is so dangerous. You give people that kind of money to somebody who has no idea what to do with it. So read a book, learn a new skill, invest in you. And I ain't talking about going to go buy none of that feel good stuff. I'm talking about a book, a course, a coach, something like that. A book, course, or coach you want to be investing in. I remember someone said, whatever you invest in one year, the next year, you're that's added on to your monthly revenue. So I was like, okay, I mean, one year I invested $6,000. I invested $6,000 in this YouTube training. Now, I'm not saying you have to do this, but I'm doing it to paint a picture. So for 6 months, I was on a call every week with these guys, and we were digging around YouTube. That next year, my YouTube channel blew up to 20,000 subscribers from 2,000, and I was making an additional $5,000 per month as a result of that $6,000 course. And then I was able to take some of that $6,000 and invest more. So then that next year, I invested maybe like $12,000 or $15,000 in trainings and courses and mentors and things of that nature. That next year, I broke $20,000 a month. And it stayed at 20 for about 3 years. Right? And then everything came crashing down. I had to start over. I wasn't smart at that time. But I did learn something. Okay? Do not be afraid to invest in yourself. Because when you invest in yourself, it never hurts. And it's never enough. I know we're talking about things to avoid, but I'm going to give you one thing. Invest in you. Get invest in some books, invest in some courses, invest in some coaches. I remember when I used to just invest in books and courses, then I had that $6,000 to invest in a coach, and it changed everything. Okay? So, Marlon Heard, the Valiionaire, here with the Budget Boys. Come join us in the free Budget Boys financial education community. Get your money right. When your money's right, I promise you'll sleep better at night. I promise you. Especially when you get to the point to where your money is taking care of you, and you can wake up when you're done sleeping. Ooh. I'm telling you, your morning routine will start at 9. Now, I know some people, I'm up at 5:30. Listen, my morning routine used to start at 9 o'clock a.m. after the sun came up. I would work a little bit, help a few people, get a few calls, and then I'd be on a flight to Vegas for a week. Telling you. But you got to avoid doing these things. Okay? So, a lot of what I talked about, we have a whole podcast episode, the WIN formula. Look that up. Desire plus skill times faith and the success ladder, or lifestyle ladder. I forget what we call it. So, hope you got some value today. Make sure you leave me some fan mail. Join us, follow me on here. I'm going to continue to bring some good stuff. So, Marlon the Valiionaire, we'll see you on the next episode.